it's in the second half. The sports day episode.
Oh God.
They're doing the whole sports day deal. There's a backstory behind this, but I won't say what it is, but for some odd reason, both Kyohei and Sanako are hell-bent on winning this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're on opposing teams. It's a very nice game. Play what is that? The game. We got. They're all wearing the bandanas.
Yeah, you got to ride on the shoulders of somebody else and steal their bandana.
Well, Kyohei is out there just rocking the field, and then Sanako comes out of nowhere, and they jump into the air, and it's like a mix of the most epic.
Oh my God, that was
yes. They have a mix of the most epic Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
I was thinking Dragon Ball Z, Street Fighter, and almost like a Tenjo Tenge for those who know that show. Just up in the air, like this lightning going everywhere. And when it came time to record it, we were just supposed to do the cheesy stuff. So when it comes up, it's insane. I read, that is so cool.
We'll say some ridiculous stuff to each other on that. Like,
I know.
what are some of the lines that it's like something about attack tiger? Really weird. Like I was like, what?
Oh yeah, like the ping pong ball.
Yeah, like
the ping pong. It's like
lightning strike.
Super hell ball attack. I love that during that entire scene. There's a subtext that goes on something. None of these moves have anything to do with actual hits.
Another question.
When y'all were first starting to record this, I'm just curious, like when you first started recording this and you're doing the characters and stuff, like did you have to like get to know your character in any kind of way? Like how did you come up with how you were going to play this character?
I wasn't there for you guys creating these characters.
What happened? What happened?
Help us pay attention, Mr.
I know. Hannah and I were having a little moment.
I know.
I mean, well, really, I mean.
What was the question?
Like seriously, how at the start of the show, how did you come up with the character of Monroe?
Oh, Matt Greenfield and I worked together a lot because the way I envisioned him sounding at first was nothing like what ended up coming out. And then,
you remember what you were going to have him sound?
yeah, he was, yeah, he was much more, he was sort of like a character I did named Sasame from a show called Pretty Tear. I envisioned him like Sasame, but a little goofier and more narcissistic. And I was like, no, it's gotta be deeper. It's gotta be deeper. And I was like, oh, so you want me? That's it. Okay. It's a fighter. Make it work.
There were times
It was Stewie?
at times.
Yeah, probably. I tend to drift to that. It's a, yeah.
Just every now and then that little bit of something.
Yeah, I gotta clean this up. Don't forget the taint! Wow.
Sun's still up, Pat.
Sun's still up.
Sorry, yes.
Sorry, hell, you're pitiful, but love you anyway.
Yeah, I guess mine kind of came in the audition when Matt was like, as weird as you can be. And the thing about the Wallflower was that was my first really like big thing at ADV. And I didn't know Matt Greenfield. I didn't know what the Wallflower was. I didn't know that so many.
Then every girl in the studio was auditioning for it.
Yeah, I had no idea. And so I'm walking in thinking, I'm not gonna get this. I don't know what this is. I'm just gonna assume that somebody else is going to be cast over me.
Wow.
That's what I thought going into it. And I don't normally think that in auditions, but it was at a time and place in ADV when I was just like completely unknown. Like nobody knew who I was. I wasn't in anything, so I just assumed.
It's not true. Someone obviously.
Well, yeah.
Kyle did. I did.
Yeah, but of the voice actresses, I was kind of just
You were the
there.
newest.
Yeah.
You were the newest.
Yeah, I was really green too, and I wasn't very comfortable in front of a mic yet. And that's when I remember I started that off with like a 30-second long top of my lungs scream. And like that was one of the first things I did where like the animation of the house in the first episode like was like blows up and she's just like ah! That was the first thing I had to do. And he had me do that like 6 times.
Yep, that's Matt.
That's Matt audition.
And the audition. And then he had me do one of the most like ended up being one of the most difficult recording bits, and that was where she's constantly like serving Kyohei in bed, like, do you want some strawberry ice cream or do you need some Pocky? And that's kind of where I developed the character because he was like, go with it, go with it, go with it, and then he just kept telling me, build it, bring it, make it weirder, make it faster, and so then I went into my actual first session with him, and I did the complete opposite of that. And so I was really confused because it starts off, the first episode is very low, and she's like, I'm a young girl. And so I was really confused. So I was like, what? I thought I was just going to be doing the fun voices. Now I have to act.
Bachelor flaps.
And bachelor flaps. So Matt helped me create it totally. And it was really kind of through the first audition that I got it.
You didn't have to audition.
I just came in and was like, that guy again? Yeah, okay. Not much you want Shaft, a white Shaft, right? Yeah. All right.
White Shaft.
That's
So
I think when we auditioned, I don't do he knew he wanted you to play. I think he knew he wanted you for Ron. When I went in to read for Matt, he just had me read Kyohei. He knew he had 4 guy characters,
Yeah.
but I think he was just basically using Kyohei for the auditions.
He said that's what he was doing.
Yeah. And so when they called me to schedule for Wallflower, and they're like, you know, Matt's like, you're going to be playing Takanaga, and I was like, woohoo! Who's that? And so when I went in there and he showed me, and I was like, ooh, he looks like a sexy, cool version of Generator Gall. and so, you know, like I said earlier on in the panel, that one of the first things he told me was that Takanaga is the more intelligent of the most intelligent of the group, and so I was like, well, that's no fun. That's what I said.
You mean one of them's intelligent?
But yeah, and so I just was excited to be a part of it. And when I saw that he cast Greg for his role and for Yuki, and then of course Patton for Runru, and he was just, I didn't know who he cast for Kyohei, but when I first heard his work, he was awesome. And so Matt did a great job with each of his casting passes.
Yeah. Made my job easier.
I really just got the character from the audition. You just really the only thing first thing he told me was before we started recording, he told me in the audition, don't be afraid to go stupid. Yeah, I did.
And you're not.
He did one take. He was like, I like what I'm hearing. My only suggestion would be go even bigger. So I went bigger, and we started recording, and by the time we all finished the first episode, we had no voices left.
Oh my gosh, yeah, and that got better.
Yeah.
It got better, didn't it? I mean, when we started, it was like, yell it louder,